Yo, hello everybody, how's it going? This is Ahmed from CoderUp. Today in this video we're going to be going over soft and hard links. What are they, how we can use them, and what are their limitations. So as you can see, I have my terminal up and running. I'll start by just printing, printing all the files and folders that we have. And as you can see, we don't have any files and folders for now, like unhidden. So I'm going to be starting by creating a file. I'm going to call it file.txt. And now I'm going to actually pass or enter a new line in this file using the echo command. I'm going to write hello world, and I'm going to use this echo to print the to add this line to the file. And now let's print the content of the file. Oops. So as you can see, this file contains a hello world sentence or hello world line. So what are hard links? Hard links is creating a new file that has the same data of a different file. They just like creating a new name for a file that points to the same data of another file. Okay, so to create one, we use the ln command, which stands for link. First, we specify the file that we want to hard link, which is file.txt, and I'm gonna create the new name for this file. I'm gonna create it like hard.txt. So as you can see, now we have two files, file.txt and hard.txt. If we print the content of hard.txt, it's the same content of the other file because both of them point to the same data. Now, if we try to like add a new line again, for example, like here I'll write line 2, and pass this to the hard.txt file. Now, the content of hard.txt has changed. We have added one more line. Also, the content of file.txt has changed because both of them point to the same data. But how can we know whether two files are are hard linked? So to do so, we use the ls command by passing also the I flag, which shows the ID of both files, like not for both files but for every file unhidden. So as you can see, both files have the same ID. This means that they point to the same data on the drive, on the memory. So they just have different names, but they point to the same data. One more thing is by using the ls command with the l flag. As you can see here, we have well, let me just print everything. As you can see here, we have the file and hard.txt. Both of them here have number 2. What is this number? Well, this column is specified for the hard links count. This specifies how many hard links do we have for each file and folder. As you can see, both of them have 2 because these two files point to the same data, so both of them are hard links. So we have 2 here for because there are 2 hard links for this file, the file itself and another one. And for example, like sudo's admin successful, this file has 1, so this file does not have any hard links. If we deleted this file, the content of this file is forever lost. And as you can see, each directory has 2. By default, we don't have any kind of hard links inside this SSH folder, but by default it has 2. Well, why is that? Because inside of this folder by default we have what? We have these 2 pointers. The first pointer points to the current directory and the second one points to a directory above. So by default, each folder has 2 pointers inside of it. So this is actually 2 hard links. And as you can see, for example, a directory like the current directory has 5. Why is that? It should be 2, right? But this directory has these 2 pointers inside of it, so that's 2. And for each directory, as I said, it has the parent directory, which points to the parent directory, which is this directory itself. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 folders. That means we have 3 pointers above to the parent directory, so that we have here 5. So for example, if I went and created make dir dir, now I'm going to print. Again, as you can see, the current directory has 6 links. This is because we have now 4 folders. So actually the formula for this to know how many hard links does a folder have is just 2 plus n, where n is the number of folders that this folder has. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the limitations of a hard link. Well, unfortunately, you can only hard link files that are on the same drive, that are on the same file system. Well, what does that mean? First, let's print what drives do we have on our machine. For this, I'm going to using ls bulk, and as you can see, I have 3 drives up and running. The first one is SDA1. This is the boot partition, like the UFI, which actually boots the system, and this is the boot partition for my machine. And the third one, which actually This one, it's the root partition, like it's where all my data do exist. So actually we are now at /home/Ahmed, and this actually lies under the roots branch. Okay, so if we try to actually hard link any file from boot, it should fail. So actually let's give it a try. I'm gonna like /boot, and I don't know what files are there, so I'm gonna like take this one. I'm gonna hard link this file, and I'm gonna create the hard link in the current folder, and I'm gonna call it like init.image. And as you can see, it failed, saying invalid cross device link. This is because both files are not on the same file system, or not on the same device. So this is actually all about hard links. Now we're going to be talking about soft links. So what is a soft link? Soft link is just a pointer to a file. It doesn't point to a data but a file. So what does this mean? For example, let's create a soft link now. It's just the ln command. We pass also the s flag for soft to create a new soft link. So as you can see here, we have file.txt, I believe. I'm gonna create a soft link for this file in the dir directory, and I'm gonna call it like soft.txt. So now if we see the content of the dir directory, let me specify the l flag because it will show us this file is a soft link actually, and soft.txt. As you can see, this file has a different color now, and it has like this like arrows that points to somewhere, and this is what a soft link is. This file is nothing but a pointer to the data of another file. So if I right now print the content of the soft.txt, as you can see, because it's not a file direct, okay, let's just print the file.txt. Well, you know what, I made a mistake. I'm actually creating a hard link. Well, first let's remove this soft file. The problem is sometimes it's throws an error if we create a hard link this way. Instead, you should specify the full path of this file.txt. So it's gonna be here in the file.txt, we're gonna specify the full path of it to be like this. Now if we try to print the content of the dir soft, as you can see now it prints the content and it doesn't throw an error as the last time, because this path should be absolute. It should not be a relative from the point we're using. So now if you print the content of the as you can see now, actually when the color is red, this means that this file points to a file that does not exist, because this file relative from the home path, from the root path, does not exist, right? But now, since we have specified the full directory, the full path, now it can seize it. And as you can see, it's showing that this file points using these arrows, means that this file is actually a soft link. So this is how to know we have a soft link. Now, we've been using this with files now. Now let's create a soft link with a directory. So for this, I'm gonna create a new directory. I'm gonna call it make dir. I'm gonna call it like dir2. Okay. And I'm gonna link, for example, I'm gonna link like user lib, and I'm gonna link this to the dir2 directory. Now let's actually ll stands for ls with the al flag, so this ll is the same as writing ls with la flag, so it's just a shorthand. So let me just print it, and as you can see, we have dir2 here, right? So let's see the content of dir2. dir2. As you can see, it has lib inside of it, right? So let's actually see the inside this dir2 and print ls ll. As you can see, the lib directory now that we have created, like inside here dir2, we have created a new directory inside of it which is called lib, which actually points to the user.lib. So if you example cd lib, now we're at dir2 lib, but if we print all the content, as you can see, it has a lot of files and a lot of folders, because it just points to a new folder, okay, to another folder which is user/user/lib. right? And now if you try to print the current directory, as you can see, it's showing /ahmed/dir2/lib. This is not the real directory because we're using soft links. This folder takes us to another place. To do so, we have to specify the p flag, big P, okay, capital 1, and now it shows the real path. We're now at /user/lib. This is the real path we are on right now, not this one, and this is because this is actually a soft link. Okay guys, this was all for today. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.